This is the Transportation TV News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. We're at the Rayburn House office building in Washington, D.C. This is the Goal Room, and these transportation officials have gathered for the biannual National Roadway Safety Awards presentation. 9 awards are being presented to agencies that have initiated innovative life-saving solutions that are making travel safer on America's roadways.
We at the federal level can drive policy and we can drive, encourage projects, but the reality is when there's a fatality on the roadway, that's where it's the greatest tragedy is, and that's where it hits home for people in their hearts. And so glad to see lots of engagement here on the local side.
The competition, sponsored by the Federal Highway Administration and the Roadway Safety Foundation, attracted 32 nominations this year. From those nominees, just 9 winners were selected.
As I mentioned to many of the folks here, it was not easy to win this award. The vast majority of applicants were not awarded, and so it's really the best of the best only that get this award.
The Alaska Department of Transportation and Public Facilities honored for a program that has cut fatal and serious injury crashes by 46%. State officials turned high-risk 2-lane roads into safety corridors by combining the forces of the 4 E's: engineering, law enforcement, education, and emergency response.
These are high-volume 2-lane roads, so they carry 16,000 to 20,000 cars a day, and they're very full with tourists, a lot of trailers, boats and RVs, and head-on collisions is our big concern.
And you're saving lives.
We are saving lives, and we can show that we've saved 82 serious crashes in the time that safety corridors have been in effect, and more than 250 in the entire corridors.
Delaware DOT received its award for using cutting-edge high-friction surface treatment to improve traction at key locations, reducing roadway departure crashes by 56%. Florida DOT received its award for using a variety of state-of-the-art engineering countermeasures to address a recent surge in wrong-way driving incidents. Michigan DOT led a team of agencies, including the Michigan State Police, Kent County Roadway Commission, and the City of Grand Rapids Fire Department. Fire Chief John Lehman accepted the award, which recognizes the winners for forming a multi-agency traffic incident management partnership that led to a 31% reduction in tow truck response time and a 45% drop in secondary crashes.
We had 3 incidents where we had fire trucks that were struck on the highway in the course of responding to incidents. And during those responses, they created significant damage to the vehicles. One of them has been out of service for almost 2 years now. So we got together and decided that we needed to change the way we're operating out there on the highway system. We partnered with the local tow agencies to have them respond immediately upon our response onto the highway system in order to clear those accidents in a lot quicker manner. We enabled a utility vehicle, we call it Utility 2. It's a dump truck that we have loaded with sand and has an attenuator on the back. It's a fire department vehicle that responds with us every single time we're on the highway, acts as a blocker for us. We also looked at line of sight, and we marked the highway system so that we have adequate line of sight lines for those accident scenes. And we did all this in a partnership with those organizations, and we've been able to make some significant reductions in the amount of accidents that we experience internally on the roadways.
Minnesota DOT won its award for reversing a 4-year trend that showed half of the state's traffic fatalities were occurring on county roads. MnDOT developed a county road safety plan for each of the state's 87 counties, utilizing cost-effective tactics that are today saving lives. Missouri DOT won for its commitment to a decade-long series of road improvements at 31 high-crash locations statewide. And New Jersey DOT's installation of a roundabout at a high-crash intersection in Chesterfield Township that eliminated all right-angle and left-turn crashes over the last 3 years won that state its Roadway Safety Award. The Virginia DOT won for addressing an increase in crashes at a 2-way intersection in Loudoun County with an instant roundabout system which costs 95% less than a traditional roundabout and reduced crashes by 89% over a 3-year period. And the final winner was Tennessee DOT for using greater data analysis of 261 crash locations statewide to maximize safety investments, which led to a 60% reduction in crash frequency over 3 years.
All of our data is now electronic, so meaning all first responders, police, everything is sent in electronically. So I pretty much have real-time crash data coming into our office, which lets us better evaluate it to implement into our projects moving forward.
The winning projects honored here are saving countless lives every day. Still, the latest government data shows that 37,461 people died on U.S. roads in 2016, up 5.6% from 2015. These dedicated individuals can't do it alone. They say unless motorists stop texting behind the wheel and driving impaired, we'll never get to 0 deaths. On Capitol Hill, Toby Muse is behind the camera, and this is Tony Dorsey reporting for Transportation TV News.